Hey folks, welcome back to another day. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Dee, your friendly neighborhood millennial, and I make lifestyle content that chronicles my everyday life and all its chaos. If that's something that you like, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Today is Mother's Day. My sister's about to pick me up so we can go to church. Then after that, we're gonna go out to eat to this place called Jour in the Hamilton Mall. I haven't been to the Hamilton Mall in like years, probably since before I moved to Texas. We're gonna go there because they have seafood boil, which I'm so excited about. I haven't had a seafood boil since, I haven't had a seafood boil in about 2 years. 2-3 years. So I'm really excited about that. If for some reason we're not able to get in, there's not enough room or whatever, then we're gonna go to this hibachi place. So I just wanted to open up this week's vlog because hopefully we get to do a little bit of exploring around the tri-state area and I can show you guys around. Plans have been derailed so many times, but it's all good. We still roll with it because there's still places that I want to show you guys, things that I want to, experience with you guys and all of that. So I will let you guys go for now and I'll check in with you in a little bit.
And let me focus on what I can see. Because what I can see, you might not see it today. But in about 15, 20 years, you'll be able to see what I saw.
Soon starts another day for me to deal with this government stuff. Not government stuff, it's just official stuff. Hopefully I change some things around on the forms that I need to submit. My dad's coming with me. Let's hope that everything works out today. My dad said he's going to treat us to cheesesteaks today for lunch, but we're going kind of early in places. The place that I love the most, there are two places that I love the most when it comes to cheesesteaks. There's one that's in the city and then there's one that's outside of the city, closer to where I used to live. That one's just a little too far away, so we just have to go to the one that's in the city that I love. That's on South Street, but I don't think that one's gonna be open by the time we're done. So we're gonna have to go somewhere else, or we could go to Ishkabibbles, which is also on South Street. But anyways, I will bring you guys along with me wherever we go, and I will show you what a traditional Philly cheesesteak looks like. We're probably about to go soon, so I'll check in with you guys later. Hey folks, welcome back to the vlog. Sorry if I'm a little shaky. Hopefully my battery won't die. I need to charge all the batteries and I cannot find my thingy. But I can always plug in the camera, so that's not a big deal. Just got back from being out with my dad. We just kind of spent the morning and afternoon together, which was really nice. It's always nice to kind of spend some time with my dad. It's crazy because hopefully you can hear me because he just turned on the TV and he's older, has really bad hearing, so he has to have everything up really loud. Even when we were in the office, he was just scrolling through Facebook and looking at videos and stuff, right? And tell me why this man had the volume up super freaking loud. And I was like, Dad, turn that stuff down, turn that down. People don't want to hear what you're watching. And he's like, well, I can't hear it. And I was like, well, you better put some headphones in because people don't want to hear what you're watching. He's totally entered his I don't give an F phase as an old man. Okay, he's retired, you know, he's done his due diligence and all that, and he's like, I don't get my blind about anybody or everything. So yeah, so after we left the office, we were going to get cheesesteaks, and he even asked me, he's like, do you want to get cheesesteaks today or do you want to go tomorrow, because we do have to go back tomorrow and Wednesday? And I was like, let's just go tomorrow and get cheesesteaks. That should be fine. There is a little bit of progression with the documents that we need to get, so hopefully it's promising, and then we don't have to go back to Philadelphia after Wednesday. So I have to like call some people and whatnot after I'm done hanging up with you guys. Yeah, so then after that we came back, and we were just kind of driving around and just talking and just like catching up on stuff. And then we went to a produce market. Let me put you guys down. So we went to a produce market, just picked up like some little bits here and there to eat for the rest of the week, right? Because I have to be in Texas next week. So my dad was at the deli, and he's like, oh, do you want anything from the deli, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I don't think so. So he's looking at the menu and looking at the display to see what it is that he may want. I walk over to him and I see the specials. And on the specials, I saw liverwurst. Now, liverwurst is a deli meat. For those of my brothers and sisters in South Africa, the closest thing that I can describe to it as far as like look and taste would be maybe corned beef. I'm sure there's something that's very similar to it, if not maybe the exact same thing, but may just be under a different thing. You know what I mean? It's one of my most favorite things. I used to eat a sandwich here when I was living with my parents. Liverwurst with mayonnaise, cheese, on like a toasted bread. It was a sandwich that I used to make all the freaking time, okay? Yeah, that's a sandwich that I used to eat all the time, and so I completely forgot about it. So I got like a couple of slices of it so that I wouldn't waste it. And then it just got me thinking about some of the little foods that I loved to eat while I was a kid here. Yeah, they're not like super fancy delicacies, but you know, given the fact that I grew up here, there's foods here that are done really well for the region that I love. So liverwurst was one of them, but you can get liverwurst anywhere, all over the country. There are these like deli pickles, which I'm pretty sure I've seen in like Checkers, where it's like this huge barrel of like brine and these very big like pickles. I'll show you guys all this stuff like randomly. So I got 2 deli pickles as well from there. They didn't have Scrabble, which Scrabble's like one of my favorite things to eat in this entire world. Scrabble, how do I describe Scrabble? Scrabble, generally speaking, is like all the scraps from the pig. It's pork. All the scraps from the pig basically compressed in this like, what shape is this? Trapezoid type shape. You slice it. It's very similar to Spam in that you slice it, fry it up, and you know, eat it however you want. The way that I typically ate it was just I would slice it thinly and then fry it in the pan. And then I'd eat it it's like a breakfast food. So you would eat it with bacon, eggs, toast, you know, things like that. Man, I love Scrapple. And there was only one brand that I would ever eat, because I've tried other brands. And I've also had Scrapple that was homemade from like, you know, from the pig, but wasn't bought in the store. It's just one of my favorite foods to eat. I'm actually starving right now, so I'm going to go downstairs and prepare my food for lunch, because it's like 1 o'clock, I think 1:30, and I have not had one lick of food at all today, and I'm starving. So I'm going to finish the food that we had at the seafood boil place, the crab de jour that we went to yesterday. Later on today, after my dad has picked my niece up from, not picked her up, but got her off the bus for school, I'm gonna head back to Pennsylvania to hang out with my friend and her family, because I miss them a lot. So I'm really, really happy that I have the chance to see them for a couple of hours. Hey folks, so we were finally able to get cheesesteaks. Now, if you're anyone who's from the Northeast, then you know that a traditional cheesesteak has fried onions and cheese whiz on it, but we weren't able to get the traditional Philly cheesesteaks like I wanted. So my dad and I hit up this place called Fat Boy's Kitchen in Jersey, and oh my goodness, even though it wasn't traditional, it was oh so good. So good. Then this is just a picture of what my friend and her daughters had made me when I got to their house. I didn't film much because there were children involved, and you guys know how I feel about filming kids, but this was such a sweet gesture that they did for me. Then I went to a place called Ramen Wakana or something like that in Mays Landing in New Jersey. It's a place that my friend and I used to go to all the time to get like all you can eat sushi and stuff ourselves with sushi. So we got ramen, edamame, sushi, bubble tea, all the good stuff that you get at a Japanese restaurant. So it was great. I just love hanging out with my friends, and I love eating food, especially if I'm not the one cooking it. So yeah. Hey folks, welcome back to the vlog. As always, I'm just sitting here looking like a bum, trying to figure things out and whatnot. But I've been so stressed. I don't even know where to put you guys because you guys know that I am weak and I can't be just holding up the camera. Funky angles again, of course, but hopefully you can hear me, understand me, all that stuff. It's been kind of a nightmare with all of this kind of like official like family business that I've been trying to take care of. It derailed my plans, my Jersey plans. So I told you that I wanted to show you guys around to where I grew up and where I went to school and when I went this and that and blah blah blah, like my favorite places here. But I wasn't able to do that because I had to keep crossing over state lines, and then I also had to work with my dad's schedule because he helps a lot of people out by transporting them to like their medical appointments and things like that. And then he also is very involved in my nieces' lives because my sister and my brother-in-law work kind of far away, and my dad is kind of like located in the middle of where they go to school and where their parents go to work. So he's the closest able-bodied relative that can like take care of them and stuff, and he doesn't really do anything, but he's really just like monitoring and making sure that everything is okay when they get off the bus and when they get them off to school every day and all that kind of stuff. So I have to work with his schedule. So it's been difficult trying to show you guys around to these places, and it sucks because it's like I wanted to spend a day in Philly. I wanted to spend a day like in Jersey, like Atlantic City and Ocean City and Sea Isle City, because those are places that I used to frequent a lot as a teenager and when I would come and visit when I was in college, and then whenever I'd come to visit after I moved out in college. But I haven't been able to do that. And I don't know if I've mentioned in the vlogs yet, the vlogs are all over the place. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like by the time you see this, you would have already known that the vlog before this came out later. So I'm actually in the process of editing it and hopefully publishing it tonight. It's also caused a derail of me working on my vlogs because I've been so exhausted. It's like I have really late nights because I'm trying to catch up on stuff that I was trying to catch up on the day, during the day, and then I have to get up at like 7:30 every morning to be out on the road for like 5 hours. Kind of sucky, truthfully. I feel like my vlogs, I had this like expectation that it's going to be like a huge adventure, right? Because I was back in the States for several weeks, but literally a week and a half has gone by and I've been in Philadelphia every day for the past like 5-6 days. And it's like, it's been a nightmare. So I haven't been able to show you guys much, but I can kind of like take photos and videos and things and maybe do separate videos on some of those things. And then obviously I still have a week in Texas, so I will try to do my best to show you guys around then. But I'm probably going to use that time to hang out with my mother-in-law, you know, see my husband's side of the family, and really just chill out because we've been going back and forth and it's like literally half the day we're out every day for the past like 6 days. It hasn't allowed me to just really kind of relax and just do what I want to do. Today is probably the first day that I've been able to just chill. But even then, like there's a lot of paperwork and stuff that I need to get through. So I'm like pages and pages, like at least 10 pages of paperwork that I need to get through. There's so much crap going on right now and I just want to veg. I don't want to do anything, but it is what it is. So I was going to go to, because I have about an hour until my dad has to be at my niece's, and I was like, oh, well, I can go to the fudge store, to the candy store, so I can pick up some fudge, pick up some saltwater taffy, because anytime I'm here, regardless of how long, I always make a point to go to my favorite candy store, which is called James's Original Saltwater Taffy, okay? And I always get like a pound or two of fudge that I typically can eat that stuff within 24 hours. That's how much I love it. And saltwater taffy. So that's kind of what's been going on. I was able to see my friends though, like my my really close girlfriends that I'm able to visit over the past couple of days. So that's been like, that truly restored my soul, and I feel like I'm on cloud 9, and I also feel like I'm not even here, because even seeing them, like literally physically hugging them and holding hands and just being in their presence felt weird, because it was like I hadn't seen either one of these women in like 7 years since I moved to Texas. It was just so surreal to be able to spend even just a little bit of time with them. So I'm so thankful that I was able to see them, because in the midst of all the craziness and the unexpected events that have occurred since being here, it's been lovely being able to hang out with my family and see some of my closest friends. So I'm really thankful about that. I was trying to figure out if I was going to be able to get to New York or not, and I will be able to get to New York. So my dad's going to take me to Atlantic City to catch the bus, because the bus is like 2 hours, 45 minutes or something like that, to get to like NYC. You know what I mean? Like in the middle of the hustle and bustle and everything of the city. So I'm going to go there. I'll be there for a couple of hours, probably for about 6 hours, 6.5 hours. So it's a good chunk of time to just kind of walk around, show you guys a little bit of New York and everything. So that'll be hopefully next week's vlog after this one. So I'm sorry that you've seen me in this bedroom a lot during this whole trip. That was not my intention. I was literally trying to get out of the house and have you guys come with me, but sometimes unexpected things happen and you just kind of have to roll with it, right? Okay, folks, so we are in good old Atlantic City. You can see some of it behind me. I just parked. It's so dreary. Ooh, I'm breaking out, y'all. I just parked. It's a little dreary out here, so I don't think we're gonna be out here for very long. But I didn't have to pay much money to park, and I should be really close to James, so I'll try to capture what I can, and then we can go from there. And there James is! Saltwater Taffy. So for you guys who have never been to New Jersey or any of the places in the States where they're on the East Coast, we call this, it depends. Sometimes people say you come down to the shore, other people will say you go to the beach, whatever, but I am on what's called the Atlantic City Boardwalk. Over there's the ocean, right over there. You can hear the planes because the airport is close. But yeah, and this is where we're gonna go. Hopefully they're open and they have what I want. So I wasn't able to find what I wanted at James's because it was closed, guys. The doors were shut with no intention of opening back up. But luckily for me, there are other locations that sell their candy, including another storefront. So I started with Hard Rock, couldn't find it there. So then I ended up making my way over to Tropicana and seeing if I could find it there. I couldn't find it in the quarter exactly, but I was still able to get to it. We'll talk about that in the car in a little bit, but it was nice to reminisce in the quarter because I used to visit there a lot as like a young 20-something. You know, I used to go to Cuba Libre, get some food, and then it would turn into a salsa club afterwards. And then my favorite restaurant in the quarter is Carmine's because of the family style Italian food. It's so good. If you're ever there, I totally recommend it. Hey folks, welcome back to the vlog. Actually, let me spit my gum out because who wants to just look at somebody chewing in their face? You know what I mean? I am sitting outside of one of the high schools where my niece is about to play her another flag football game. I'm so excited. I'm just so glad that I'm able to get to these places and be able to see her play. It's rainy and drizzly, so I'm gonna be here for some time. You know, head back to my dad's house and everything. But I figured I could vlog a little bit. I can't vlog too much since I'm on my phone. I'm looking at my skin, and I'm breaking out. But I will say one thing's for sure, guys. I have not been doing my skincare routine like I'm supposed to here. It's so difficult. It's so difficult when you are in a different space that's obviously not your own and trying to keep up with your regular routine. I think it'll get better next week when I go to Texas, but who knows? Even though I'm not going to show you what I got today, I did want to pop in really quick and tell you that I was able to secure the goods. Okay, and it was actually cheaper than what I was anticipating it on being, which is great. And then I actually, so before I found James Candy Right, which kind of took me forever and a day to find, but I wasn't giving up because I was like, I'm already here. I need to find this. If I'm broke for the next month or two, that's fine, because I was able to get my fudge and my saltwater taffy because that's the only thing I care about right now. But I bought some other things that I won't show you. I told my boo that I bought some things that we'll try together. I don't know if he'll be on camera because you guys know how he is, but for us to try together and see, because they're things that we've never seen before, or at least I've never seen before, but I'm pretty sure he's never seen them before either because they look kind of new. But I will show you where I got them from, and I got them from a candy store called Lick. I think I've been to Lick before, but I think I might be thinking of Sugarfina or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so I've got about a half hour to just kind of chill out, which is what I'm going to do. I'll go watch her game. I don't think I'm going to stay for the whole thing just because I want to get back to my dad's house start editing, and hopefully publish the next vlog so I can just get that out on Sunday. Just chill out and start packing up my stuff because my dad wonderfully did my laundry for me today. I'm just going to be packing up all of my stuff and getting ready for tomorrow. I think it's going to be quite a drizzly day, but even when you're walking around New York, there's always places that you can pop in and out of to escape the rain. Did I tell you that I did buy a ticket to Madame Tussauds? I was like this. My funds are like running real low. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. They're running real low. But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm trying to get back to living, right? Like I've got bills, I've got debt, I've got this, I've got that. And I'm still very responsible with those things. But at the same time, I'm like, I spend so much money on the important things that I forget about fun and I forget about self-care and I forget about all these other things. And there are ways to do it on a budget-friendly dime, essentially, right? So I'm just trying to get back to having fun with my life, you know? Yeah, so I did buy a ticket to Madame Tussauds. It was, truthfully speaking, it was more than I was anticipating. I thought the tickets were only like $20, which they should be because it's such a popular place. I mean, I'm sure they get millions of visitors every year. I think it cost me like $30, I think. And so that gets me the entry into the museum so I can walk around, take some photos, we can take some video and things. It also gives you a Marvel experience or something like that in 4D. I have no idea what that is. I just thought that it was just the museum and that was the only attraction, but there's something else, which is kind of cool. So we'll get to experience that hopefully together. I'm going to actually wrap up this vlog right here in the car because I'm probably not going to really vlog much for the rest of the day. And then I will see you guys in the next video when we go to New York. Okay. I'm so excited, guys. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.